Hi, this is Dean Rose from deanandkimrose.com, and I'm coming to you from my home here in Naples, Florida. And it is absolutely gorgeous here this afternoon. So I thought I'd step outside and shoot this little video. I wanted to share with you some information I got off a training about a week ago. I was on a training with Ryan Cody McMorris, and he was talking about characteristics of great connectors. People who connect with other people who are really skilled at that demonstrate particular traits or characteristics. And he had 11 of them that he had mentioned, so I wanted to share those with you. Actually, see me looking off here to my right. It's actually my notes from that training, so I'll glance over at them and go down the line here. So the first trait that a great connector has, according to Ryan, was they have a genuine interest in their prospect. So when they're speaking to their prospect, or even if it's not a prospect, when they're speaking to another person, could be a prospect, just could be somebody they met at a party or whatever, they show interest in what the other person's saying. They're genuinely interested in what they have to say. They're a good listener. So that's probably the number one trait or quality of a great connector is being genuine when listening to others. Number two is they're rarely distracted when talking to another or talking to a prospect. They're focused on what the other person's saying. Again, they're a good listener. They're focused on what they're saying, and this puts the other person at ease and makes them more comfortable with them. The third thing is they have mastered the art of tonality, facial expressions, and eye contact. Especially like when you're speaking to somebody who may speak softer, may speak slower. If you're someone who speaks very quickly, if you're from somebody that's from New York City, for instance, and you're talking to somebody from the South, if you're using your hands and being demonstrative and in your speech, and you're speaking to somebody from the South who's much slower, maybe a little more laid back, you might have a hard time connecting with that person. So great connectors learn how to pace and match the person that they're speaking with. The fourth thing is they're assertive. Great connectors are assertive. They know when to be bold and ask for the sale, if you will, because they have developed some rapport with the person and they feel comfortable with them, so they know when to go for the sale or ask for the sale. And like I said, to be bold and assertive with them. The fifth trait is they connect easily with others, and they do that because they're genuinely interested in what they have to say and what the other person's talking about and sharing with them things that are happening in their life. So they connect on a real level with somebody. They're not just there trying to make a sale with somebody. They don't really, they're not missing their name, not paying attention. The person's talking about their kids. They're genuinely interested in what they're saying. So it makes them connect much easier with them. The other thing is, if you're talking to a prospect, the more prepared and educated you are on the products and services that you're selling, also will let you connect easier with them because you know what you're talking about. The person feels like you're a professional and you're conveying to them information that they feel that's useful, and you know what you're talking about. The sixth trait is they don't. This is a good one. I've had this happen a couple times to me. When you're speaking to somebody, like a great connector doesn't let what they're wearing, their hygiene, offend anybody. So if you're wearing a super strong cologne or perfume or something, somebody might be allergic to that. So that would totally, put them off or something. So you're not going to connect to them at all. So you need to be aware of that. The seventh is honest. They're always honest. As entrepreneurs, we want to be absolutely honest. You want to be honest, that's one of your core values anyway. But you want to be honest with people. If you're talking about your product or service and you're sharing that with a prospect, don't make up stuff and inflate with the, hey, I got this, this will help you with your health or whatever it may be. You don't want to inflate and make up things about it. Just be, brutally honest with somebody about your product or service. They'll appreciate that more, and that actually will help you connect better with them. Number 8, you need to communicate on your prospect's level, or the other person you're talking to on their level. If you are talking to a prospect, you may be talking to somebody that's, if you're in network marketing, for instance, that's never been in network marketing. So they, might not understand industry jargon. So you don't want to use words. You may think that makes you sound like you really know what you're talking about and you're important and that kind of thing. But if they don't understand what the acronyms are, or what those words mean that are specific to that industry, you're not going to connect with them. You're just going to turn them off. They're not going to pay any attention to what you're saying. They're going to tune out. So be conscious of that. So you always want to communicate on your prospect's level. The 9th thing, great connectors have the intention of making someone else's life better. If you can shed some information on somebody that would benefit them and help improve their life in some way, shape, or form, that's really going to allow you to connect to them, really on a personal level. It's really going to help them. And so that's one of the traits that a great connector has, is they're always looking to improve somebody else's life. The 10th thing is a great connector is always going to do things or that a prospect can duplicate. You're not going to do something very difficult. You want to keep things simple and basic. If you're talking to a prospect and you're just sitting down having just a conversation. Hey, this is what I do. You're sharing your product or service, and you're not, you didn't rent a big room and lay out a big spread and buffet and invite all these people in there, because they're going to look at that, one, it's expensive to do. So they're going to go, I can't do that. And I'm not going to go out and rent a room in a hotel or someplace like that, a country club or something, to give a presentation, because it's going to be too difficult. It is not duplicatable. So you want to connect with another level. You want people to see you and what you're doing as it's something that's very easy and that they could do as well. And the 11th thing, the last trait, Ryan had mentioned, is great connectors connect in depth. In other words, because they've taken their time to do these other 10 traits, and they really connect, been genuine, listen to somebody, speak to them on their level, and make people feel at ease. The 11th trait of connecting on a deep level basically means that the prospect now trusts you. And, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if you have connected on that level, then you can get really in depth, meaning that your depth can spread into their network. They're going to let you into their world because they believe you have something of value that you can share with them, as well as their friends, family, and their network. So that lets a great connector really get in depth and actually grow their team, grow their business, is because people feel comfortable with them, that they can introduce them, the great connector, to their network of people. So that's the 11 traits of great connectors, according to Ryan Cody McMorris, which I happen to agree with. And I just wanted to share that with you real quick here today, and I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, I'd love for you to comment below and share it with friends. And until next time, this is Dean Rose, and hope you have a great evening. Take care.